Right, here we go. 1, 2, fireball!
Fireball!
Oh, I can tell you what's in it.
Oh. Who coughed?
They are nice. You cough, you're coughing.
I didn't cough. I swallowed a bit of air, that's all.
It's another new year here at the Mabbers Tavern, and as I mentioned in my previous video, the Beer Club Christmas Day special, I'm going to do my personal top 5 new perfect draft kegs of 2022. This year has been a great one for perfect drafters, well, aside from the prices going up, but you're getting that everywhere at the moment. But it has certainly been a fantastic year for brand new releases on the perfect draft machine. I will likely do a top 10 overall of my favourite kegs of all time at some point as well. So this is the top 5 of all the new releases that came out in the year 2022. Now I won't be including any re-releases in this top 5. So in other words, the beers that are seasonal and only available at certain times in the year, such as the 2 Oktoberfest beers from Spaten and Lowenbrau, or the Lef Noel, for example, I won't be including those. If your favourite new release isn't in the top 5, it's entirely possible that it's because I've simply not tried or reviewed that one yet. So none of the Quark beers will be included, or Thornbridge's Green Mountain for example, although I have heard plenty of good things about those beers and will likely try those out at some point in 2023, I'm sure. So I will also have a special guest here with me, whom you might have seen on some of my other videos here on my channel. So without further ado, here is my top 5 new perfect draft kegs of 2022. So, take it away, Skeletor. Camden Hells! I am a big fan of Camden Town Brewery. Regular viewers of my channel will see that earlier on in the year I visited their tap room in London, and shortly after I put that video on YouTube, Camden Town actually got in touch with me and very kindly sent me a box of beers to review as well. Very happy with that, and I was very happy when it was announced that their Hell's Lager was coming to perfect draft. So I'm going to be pouring this into a proper Camden Town pint glass. Come on, it has to be done. Like with a blade, you might want to pull a bit of the beer through the line first, otherwise you might get a lot of foam if you try to pull a full pint from the start. As you can see, I've learnt my lesson from the blade. If you do that, if you pull a bit of beer through the line first, you will get yourself a perfect first pour like this. In the glass, this is a straw-coloured beer, nice and crisp and clear. There's plenty of carbonation rolling up the glass, and we're getting about 2 fingers of lovely white head. On the aroma, it smells lovely and crisp, nice and malty, and a little spicy and peppery on the back end. On the taste, it's a light, smooth, sweet lager. Nice and wafer-like and biscuity, with a subtle bitter finish on the back end. Not overly bitter, but enough to make this a well-balanced beer, and one that is very drinkable indeed. You could quite easily drink quite a few pints of this. It's a good British thirst quencher. Crisp and refreshing, light, clean, smooth, hoppy and sweet. This is a lager that would be great with food as well, especially pizza or an assorted meats and cheeses board. He is hoping that this is only the start of Camden Town's relationship with Perfect Draft, as there are a number of other beers from this brewery that I would like to see becoming available as kegs for the Perfect Draft machine. This is a great Hell's Lager to enjoy with your mates, and yeah, very high recommendation on this.
Camden Town Brewery. I just realised I was not in frame there whatsoever. So I'm just like, I'm keeping that in, that's pretty good.
Orchard Pig!
Which is the first ever cider to be made available on the Perfect Draft machine, something that people have been asking about for years. This is absolutely chock full of bittersweet West Country apples, and goodness me, you can certainly tell on the aroma alone. In the glass it is a beautiful, clear, golden and crisp looking cider. It's not overly carbonated, but you can see a fair few bubbles going off in there. On the taste, you're getting that bitterness at the start. Of course, you're getting the lovely crisp apple taste throughout, and then a really nice sweet finish at the end with a little bit of tangy lime, which just makes this even more refreshing. Absolutely amazing.
Hawkstone Lager!
For many years, hundreds, if not thousands, if not millions of people have been duped by Hollywood celebrities like George Clooney into thinking that what they need is a coffee machine in their kitchen. Not so. What you need is one of these, a perfect draft machine which can dispense chilled Hawkstone Lager. There we go. Fuck off, George Clooney.
So this is Hawkstone Lager. This is Jeremy Clarkson's own lager that is brewed on the grounds of his diddly squat farm. You might have even seen some of his adverts for the lager, which are very tongue-in-cheek and definitely aren't going to be shown on television. These are going to be YouTube adverts only. So in the glass, this is a beautiful golden colour, quite clear in the glass. There's some good levels of slow-moving carbonation rolling up the glass. There's just about a finger's worth of white head. On the aroma, there's a slight sweetness, quite malty and hoppy, a slight hint of citrus. It's a very pleasant smelling lager. On the taste, we're getting a little bit of sweetness from the malt coming through first, with a little bit of bitterness on the back end. It's very hoppy and very drinkable, and it makes a brilliantly balanced beer. Clarkson might have made some questionable comments recently in his newspaper column, which I won't go into, but at least his farm makes a good lager. Myself and my buddy Kyle managed to polish off pretty much a whole keg of this in one night, and I'll definitely be getting it in again soon. This one absolutely delivers.
Innis and Gunn Lager!
So beer in the glass, and this is a really nice, crisp, golden colour. There's good levels of carbonation, but it doesn't look overly fizzy, which is something you want to bear in mind when you're having a lager, especially if you're having it with food. You don't want it to rest too heavily. We're also getting a good, compact head of white foam, about 2 fingers worth. It's a good-looking pint, really looks pleasant, really looks appealing to the eye. But let's have a sniff of it and see what it's all about. Firstly, on the aroma, there is the smell of hops. From reading up on this beer, it has been brewed with 2 types of Styrian hops, which has given it this pleasant, grassy, citrusy aroma. You can then pick up on those base notes of malt, the oats, the naked oats that's been used to brew this, just from the aroma. It does smell absolutely amazing. Now, let's have a taste of this. Initially, you're getting that sweetness, then there's a kick from those citrus hops. It's really refreshing. There's a really nice, smooth undertone to it. It's not overly carbonated, it's really flavourful and drinkable, and you're also getting that hoppiness on top of what is a really nice lager. You're getting a very pleasant, exceptionally smooth mouthfeel on top of a proper, refreshing beer. I do wish that I had a proper Innis and Gunn glass for this. The glass looks absolutely amazing, and I've seen pictures of it with the beer in that glass, and it's like, that's a beautiful sight, is that. But as you can probably imagine, looking at my shelves at the moment, I'm starting to run out of room, and it's getting to the point where my wife's having to say to me, yeah, no more beer glasses please, we don't have the room for it. Might have to build another shelf, we'll see. But yeah, very nice glass, and maybe I'll be on the lookout for that. But yes, this is a really good beer, very drinkable, very refreshing, and I reckon I'll definitely be ordering some more of this in again in the future. Right, I'm just going to have another swig now, just to be sure.
Vocation! Life and Death IPA!
I was as pleased as punch when I learned that this IPA was coming to the machine. I'm a huge fan of Vocation's beers, and I've been singing their praises on this channel ever since I first tried their Dirty Pilsner way back in episode 3 of Beer Club. There was a proper life and death beer glass announced with this as well, but unfortunately these have all ended up being recalled, which is a bit of a shame. So I guess I'll just have to pour it into this made in Yorkshire beer glass that I got from the Yorkshire Craft Beer Festival. It's probably just as well. I'm starting to run out of room for keeping glasses. After quite a lively pour, we're getting a gorgeous looking, hazy, golden, amber coloured beer with a good amount of carbonation and about 2.5 fingers worth of white fluffy head. On the aroma, it's a wonderfully tropical, fruity smell. Pineapple, grapefruit, orange peel. Diving into the taste, we're getting a really nice malty start to it with plenty of fruity flavours. Mango, passion fruit, grapefruit, orange. It's a fantastic tasting IPA, a proper thirst quencher. It's life and death that's just as good as what you would get served in a pub or a bar, and that's exactly what you're buying a perfect draft machine for. This is now one of the best IPAs available for the machine, in my opinion, and I really hope that we'll see more of this Hebden-based brewery on Perfect Draft.
Yeah, He-Man, you broke my stuff again.
So that is it for my top 5 new Perfect Draft kegs of 2022. Again, I'll likely do an overall top 10 at some point as well, but if you have enjoyed this video then please do leave a like and a comment. Please also subscribe to the channel and do be sure to ring that notification bell to receive updates on whenever I have a new video up for you to watch. Make sure to share this video across your social media platforms, and whilst you're at it, you can give my social media pages a follow as well. Finally, thank you very much for stopping by the Mabbers Tavern, and we'll catch you again next time.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar.